350 National Guard troops are deploying to New Orleans to help keep New Year's Eve celebrations safe. The city is stepping up security 1 year after 14 people were killed and dozens more injured in a terror attack on the city's iconic Bourbon Street. And CBS News reporter Kati Weis joins us now from downtown New Orleans. She was there when the attack happened. Katie, what kind of security changes are there this year and how are visitors feeling about them?
Sure. Well, good afternoon. Yes, I spent several hours on Bourbon Street yesterday, and we watched as National Guard troops came in on a caravan of Humvees down Bourbon Street. I saw several federal and state agents lining every corner along every block of Bourbon to kind of take their places to begin their deployment that will last over the next 2 months here in the city through the end of Mardi Gras. And really, I mean, just about every block across the French Quarter is covered with a federal or state agent. However, some people feel that it's still not quite sufficient. They'd like to see even more support given what happened 1 year ago. National Guard forces are actually having to use their Humvees as barriers to some of the entrances of Bourbon Street because the city still has not installed enough barriers yet into that high pedestrian traffic area. And I took this video on Bourbon Street last night. You can even see, even just a year after the attack, still there are cars that are weaving around pedestrian traffic. Still very much a not very well managed issue and something that many locals here want to see the city figure out. And so here, take a listen to how some tourists feel about it. They say they feel cautiously safe.
It's emotional being back here. Obviously, we were hit pretty hard because we were here just before the tragedy last year. My wife said it was eerie walking underneath those flags with people's names and pictures. I do feel safe, but we're also hyper vigilant, as we should be in any major city.
And the city is set to vote on installing more barriers in January. Lindsay?
And you also spoke to the family of one of the victims. How are they reacting to those security changes and really the emotions at this time of year?
Sure, yeah. So I actually spoke with the family of 21-year-old Hubert Gautreaux. He was one of the 14 people who was killed in this attack. Killed so young, didn't have a chance to live a full life. And his sister tells me he was a bright young man, worked in the oil industry with his father. And she says that really she continues to get signs that he's still around, but she wishes he was here with her to celebrate this New Year's. Take a listen.
Do you think the city has done enough?
I don't think so. I would love to see, a reworking of the city plan. It would break my heart to think that it could happen again.
How do you want others to be inspired by his memory?
Bring light to somebody else the way that he would in the little things. Just small thoughtfulness, I think, would be a beautiful way to remember him.
Random acts of kindness, that's what it's all about. And she hopes that people around the country will be inspired by his story and hope that other cities will take note to make a security plan and make sure that they're prepared. God forbid anyone else tries to be a copycat. In the meantime, the city here is planning for a big game on New Year's Day. That's tomorrow, the Sugar Bowl. And so far, our meteorologist, Nikki Nolan, tells me that it is forecast to be 67 degrees and sunny. And right now, I'm glad I'm not standing in Buffalo. Lindsay?
Well said, Kati Weis. Thank you.